Hello, Tim. I wanted just to provide a quick screenshot overview of the action strategy system. Um, if you once you log in, the individual can see a portfolio of the major projects, goals, grants, initiatives that they're prioritized by the tribal council and then managed by the various departments. The intent is to create line of sight between what the council prioritizes and what the departments are working on. So we start by developing just a basic planning framework, which usually reflects the major functions or departments of the organization. And often they'll have some kind of high level goal that lists what ultimately they're trying to accomplish with economic development, public safety, and so forth. And then within each of these items, you can add projects that are smart, that ideally they're specific and measurable. You've identified who is accountable for things, any subject matter experts or resources, time frames, and percent complete. And then if you expand that, you can see a project plan. You can go to the task and subtask level to create your work breakdown structure here. Additionally, you can click on the task detail icon and you can manage all the updates here as well as add attachments and have your comments or grant narrative if it's a grant. If it is a grant, we're using it in a similar fashion. You might have, if this was a grant, you'd have maybe goal one, goal two, or objective one and key activities. It's that kind of a breakdown with the same type of thing, who has what responsibilities, what resources are available, timeframes, and so forth. And then if we designate something as a grant, so something's in the system, we just click on this, add it as a grant, and then you can go into a grant detail view. And you'll see where it will have the details associated with the grant once you get the awards letter, including the scope of work, point of contact, but you also have the ability to identify what are the contract attributes so that everyone's very clear on that, especially if there's turnover mid-grant management. A grant reminder sends out a tickler system that's assigned to individuals and will remind them 4 weeks, 2 weeks, and the day before the grant is due. Also, you can list eligible cost activities to make sure that people are in compliance of what is allowable with that grant. And then again, a master page to add all of your supportive documents associated with that grant. Some of the other elements of the plan, we do a lot of strategic planning, using this kind of tool where you can document your mission, vision, and values, make sure there's alignment with the compelling purpose of the organization. A SWOT can be used for strategic planning or even program evaluation. We have a number of program evaluation tools, and this is a little bit more robust variety because you'll go through and you'll do your analysis of your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. But you also have the opportunity to identify what potential actions, what are the implications for action based upon your analysis, then identify which category or strategy would that fit within, and this will actually begin to flow into the plan. So it's making an explicit connection between your analysis and the prescriptive projects and goals you establish. We also have a whiteboard that has the same kind of action feature once you've done any kind of analysis, and we have standardized strategic thinking questions that help organizations kind of go through this. There's a place for archiving projects. There's also a scoreboard so that as organizations really looking at outputs and outcomes associated with either the grants or the projects, they can track these type of items and give you, a data visualization feature that is useful, especially for councils or others that are trying to evaluate whether their efforts are really having an impact. A couple other quick elements. There's a place for task management if people are involved in that pulls directly from the plan. There's a project or professional development template available to help people really think through what they're trying to accomplish as individuals and what they need to learn. There's a place for roles and responsibilities. And there's a place for the grant portfolio itself. So all of the grants listed you'll see what what strategy or what category it supports. You'll see the name of the grant, the contact, agency branch, the owner, start and end date, the account, the amount number, and so forth. One organization is using it to manage about 200 grants at a time to keep these things really up, front and center. But again, our unique contribution has been really to try and tie effective strategic planning with project management, good grant management, and goal management, all in one intuitive platform, ultimately that helps the organization move forward and meet the needs of its community. So anyway, please feel free to contact me if you have any specific questions. Love to schedule some time with you and set up a demo for your organization. Thanks again.